14th, 2023. Good evening. This special meeting of the Osseo School Board is being conducted in the boardroom of the Educational Service Center. The meeting can be monitored electronically by streaming online from the district website. An archive recording will also be available on the district website. Seated in front of you this evening from my left to right are Director Thomas Brooks, Director Heather Douglas, myself, Director Tanya Simons-Prince, Director Sarah Mitchell, Director Tamara Grady. Board Chair Jackie Mosqueda-Jones is not able to be here this evening. Superintendent Dr. Kim Heil and General Counsel Amy Moore are also present in the boardroom. Those of you who can, please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Board members, is there a motion to accept the agenda as written?
So moved.
So moved by Director Heather Douglas. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Director Sarah Mitchell. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Sorry, I didn't say aye. Aye. The motion passes 6-0.
5.
5-0. Thank
Sorry.
you. The action item this evening relates to the canvassing of the returns of votes of the school district bond referendum special election for the question, shall the Board of Independent School District number 279, Osseo Area Schools, Minnesota, be authorized to issue general obligation school building bonds in an amount not to exceed $223,225,000 for acquisition and betterment of school sites and facilities. The board will be acting on the resolution to certify the minutes of ISD 279's November 7th, 2023 special election results. I am pleased to introduce Mr. Devin Montero, City Clerk for the City of Brooklyn Park. Devin coordinated the election process through a joint powers agreement between the city and the district, and we are so very thankful for all of the work he and his team put in, and Devin's leadership throughout the process. Devin, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Vice Chair. This one. Thank you, Vice Chair Simons-Prince and board members. Tonight, you as a school board will serve as the canvassing board to certify the election results of the November 7th school district special election. State law requires that the school board serve as a canvass board and canvass the election returns and certify the results of the election between the 3rd and 10th day after the election. The board has been provided an abstract and return of the votes cast for each precinct for the November 7th school district special election, where there was one question on the ballot. The question passed with 7,415 yes votes to 4,669 no votes. Before you make the motion to certify the results tonight, I want to thank all of your staff from District 279. Their hard work in preparing the polling places for the voters, as it was indeed a team effort with my team, early voting staff, the warehouse staff, operation and maintenance drivers, the election specialists, my deputy city clerk, and all of the election judges to serve the voters within the school district. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. With that, is there a motion to approve the resolution canvassing returns of votes of the November 7th, 2023 school district special election for the bond referendum question?
So moved.
Moved by Director Heather Douglas. Is there a second? Second. I myself, Director Simons-Prince, seconds the motion. Is there any discussion?
I have a question. I was wondering if you can talk about how the polling places were selected.
Good question, board member. I believe it was Sherry and her team that put the polling places together in the school district. I had no part in that.
Is there anyone from the district that can speak to how the polling places were selected?
The best explanation was geographically, we went 2, 2, 2 based off numbered of, and I say we, Tim Palmetier, former general counsel, and I worked a lot of hours into putting those combined polling places together based off registered voter numbers, location, availability for the space to have an election. And then we had the early voting at Brooklyn Park. City Hall. Does that answer the question?
Right, so leading up to the actual day of the election, the voting location was in Brooklyn Park. Is that correct? Yes,
At City Hall.
at City Hall.
That's
there-
it.
Is that-
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, I am going to actually read a statement from Chair Mosqueda Jones, who really wished that she could be here tonight. And it's really on behalf of the entire board. So I'm going to share that with you this evening. The board would like to thank the voters for passing the bond referendum. A great deal of background work was done by community members and staff to determine the needs of our district to move forward with one district for all. We are grateful that we be able to move forward with our Building a Better Future phase. Later this evening at the work session, we will be communicating the beginning of the process for communications and construction projects. Community involvement opportunities will be communicated as plans are finalized. This bond allows for several advancements and opportunities for our scholars across the district, including providing for the needs of our special education programs, our multilingual programs, our talented and gifted programming, along with other specialized programming. Improve safety of all our buildings, additions and construction to address capacity issues, including cafeterias and media centers, specialized spaces for the career technical education strands at each of the comprehensive high schools, spaces to advance the magnet school programming in science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, outdoor classrooms at every elementary to advance earth sciences and other learning, expansion for our community education programming, including early childhood in areas where we have more interest than space, provide for next generation learning spaces with flexible environments to address multiple ways of learning, individualized learning, and collaborative learning. We look forward to the realization of this plan that has been developed over the course of multiple years. And so again, that's Director Mosqueda Jones, and I shared that sentiment and on behalf of the entire board. So if there's any additional board comments in this time of discussion. So I as well would like to thank all of the voters for their participation in the process. And there is so much work to be done, as is noted. And I'm really looking forward to all of the visuals that we're going to have come out, the updates on the progress. I'm really looking forward to being able to show and tell everybody in our community as we move forward with all of the different projects. And this is, as we talked about when we all voted to move it forward to the voters, when we look at making a big bond referendum such as this, we're looking across all of the needs. And we're always bringing our entire district up to the level of where we need to be now and in the future. And so when there was a lot of dialogue about why this cost, why these projects, it really is because we're advancing the district to where we need to be for the future. So it's not one piece here, it's comprehensive, and it has been well aligned to all of our academic and achievement progress as well, because buildings and facilities are critical to achievement. So again, I personally thank the voters as well, and I look forward to all of the work ahead. Okay, well, with that, at this point, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The motion passes 5-0. Our last agenda item is adjournment. A work session will be held in the forum room here at the Educational Service Center following adjournment of this special meeting. Work sessions are open to the public and are audio recorded, with the recording being made available on the district website within 24 hours after the meeting. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved by Director Douglas. Do we have a second?
Second.
So seconded by Director Sarah Mitchell. All in favor? Or sorry, is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. The motion passes 5-0. That concludes the meeting.